We are live.
We're here.
Episode 35 of the North South Presents podcast starring Connor and...
Yes.
We're back, guys, here for another podcast. Haven't missed a week yet, so make sure you check out last week's. It was honestly some of my favorite fights that I've ever seen on the pod.
Banger fights.
Such, just good fights.
Yeah.
Not even just, crazy, wacky fights, but,
Well,
straight up brawls.
Fair fights.
Fair fights.
That's the thing. Not necessarily even brawls, because we've done brawls, and, sometimes people don't get down on that. It's too chaotic. It's too violent.
Yes.
These were, evenly matched fights.
Oh, yeah. A little bit of experience, but just not enough experience to keep it interesting.
Yeah. No.
Loved
Favorite fights.
Favorite fights. Really, really good. But, yeah, we're back again. This is episode 35. Make sure you like, subscribe, comment, do all that stuff. Fucking smash that bell icon. And, check in with us every week because we're going to be here. And we're posting daily clips on YouTube and Instagram, so follow us there, too.
Please.
For the love of God.
Even though Connor gives those commands in a weird order, you never say it's always like, comment, subscribe.
What
You
do I
always
say?
say it, comment, subscribe, like. You always say it weird.
Hit that bell.
I don't know. You put it in a weird order.
We're here again, though.
Okay.
Made it work. Yazzie, what is my favorite martial art?
It's karate, dude.
It's karate.
Okinawan Karate,
I think,
to be specific.
we could get into it, but karate as a base martial art, I think is just so fun. I think it's creative. I love watching it. I think it's so many different unique styles, and then when you dive into them, oh, that one's silly. Oh, that one's kind of sick. Oh, that one's silly and sick. Welcome to karate. So I started with karate. That was my original martial art. And at first I thought it was pretty whack, but honestly the way it was taught was pretty whack. But now,
You think it's pretty sick?
when you get into the deep takes,
Twinkle toes over here.
Nansen.
Yeah. Yeah, well, I mean, it's cool. At least now that they've got karate combat and fighters, it's cool. And, you know what I mean? Known mixed martial artists that have a karate base and whatnot, and you can actually see it being applied.
Yeah, it's super cool.
It's probably the only one out of all the traditional martial arts that is really like that.
Yeah, I guess so to a certain degree. The real old school one. You can consider Muay Thai a traditional martial art.
Yeah. I mean, yeah,
but
classic, what everyone thinks of when they hear traditional martial arts.
No, totally. Yeah, 100%. And what's cool is you do really see true elements and influences of different styles of karate in MMA, but not necessarily directly attributing it to karate. People do movements, the way that they stand, their hand position. A lot of the time it's almost very similar to a lot of what karate teaches for real gonna kick your ass type karate. But yeah, super excited about this episode. We're gonna do this as a monthly thing. The last Wednesday of the month? Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's what we said last Wednesday of the month.
The last pod of every month, we're gonna make it into I guess a special ep.
Yeah, martial arts research.
Martial arts research ep.
Yeah.
So yeah, last month we did Dutch kickboxing, but that got ripped down. So if you want to check that out, it's on Rumble. Also in our bios and everything, and on our page. But yeah, this week we got Okinawan Karate.
I know, I was super stoned when I found all these videos, so I completely forgot what's in this folder, but I remember being really stoked about what I found.
Let's get into something kind of fun and interesting right off the bat, the too dangerous, amazing skills. Let's get some fights in there. What are we thinking?
Yeah.
What we got? We got the Karate Fight Championship here.
I mean, I don't know how crazy that gets right out the gate, or you want to...
Do we have actually any fights? Not really, eh?
Yeah, true. I guess that's the one thing I might have slipped up a bit on this week.
That's all good.
Sorry, guys. We're only serious.
Let's check it out. Okay. Alan Dollars. Makes it sound like dollar store karate.
Yeah,
Literally
facts,
McDojo.
actually.
Ooh. I don't know how loud this is, so we're going to crank it down just a hair.
I 1990, December 2nd. Oh, we're close.
Oh, what's next week? Let's skip ahead a little here, see what's going on. We don't read Japanese. We don't speak it. Okay.
Do you think any of these guys do?
I think they're trying. They're all white.
Yeah.
We're the actual Japanese guys. Oh.
Oh,
There.
shit. Divided.
Oh, shit. Sorry. Hell yeah.
Whoa.
Knockdown.
Whoa.
It's pretty aggressive style of karate, especially in the 90s. Yeah, the name for the main ones from Okinawa are Goju-Ryu and Uechi-Ryu. I think it's pronounced Uechi-Ryu.
The styles of karate? Is that what you said?
Yeah, so that's the names of them. Goju-Ryu is like a little bit more traditional in like what people think of like how karate is trained and what it looks like. But Uechi-Ryu, Uechi? I think that's how you pronounce it. Man, some karate nerds are going to get pissed at me. But, damn, that was a good shot.
Ooh.
Right to the side of the
Yeah.
dome.
This is pretty crazy. I've never really watched like a lot of like footage from karate tournaments, like legit.
Yeah. They're smashing each other.
Yeah, they're going
The
hard.
Japanese guys are kind of getting their butts kicked by the Americans, though.
It looks like there's like a big size discrepancy though
Yeah.
too. I wonder
Yeah.
how they like set this up.
Honestly, every fight, the Japanese guys are losing pretty much. Every single one. Got him there. Oh, this guy's
Whoa.
balding. He shouldn't be there. Oh, they even put it in slow-mo. Poor guy. He's
Damn.
bald.
Oh,
You know what's interesting is like he timed him on his bounce. Right? Like if you actually like pay attention to the footwork there. So like look at how they're both bouncing. This is why it's so important not to bounce in martial arts. But he caught him like almost just like he's
Oh,
trying
he's
to
on-
move in as he's up in the air. You can't do anything when your feet aren't on the ground. That's why it's so
Yeah.
dumb to just bounce on your feet.
oh, damn.
But these styles of karate are kind of known for being the like truest to being self-defense versus like art or sport. So even like the way that they stand and the types of strikes that they learn and throw are more leaning into like actually fighting. Like they keep their hands in front of them the entire time, open hand like that. The stance isn't as wide, and the hands aren't like down by their sides, which you see with like a lot of. Oh dang, this
That
guy's
guy's
old.
rocked.
Okay, this Japanese guy got him pretty good. They're basically like they all get caught like mid bounce.
Yeah.
He hit
Oh,
him with a
dude.
sick hook. Nice.
So yeah, and with this, like, can you hold the gi in this?
Yeah, they can grab each other.
Damn, that would piss me the fuck off.
Yeah, and they have like sweeps and throws and whatnot.
No way that coach caught that guy.
Yeah,
Like in a headlock.
good reffing. Look, he's chewing bubble gum over there, I think. Hey, one of the refs in the corner.
And then when you get to the ground, how does that work? Because is it one punch once it's on the ground, or?
Yeah, I think it's kind of like a finish him type movement. It's just like you hit him once when he's on the ground, and then
Oh damn! Just put in the back.
right in the back, send him off the stage.
Damn, and they're on a stage too. That's also interesting, seeing like a striking sport on a stage and not like in an enclosed space.
Yeah.
There's not a lot of. Is it? I don't know. Aside from karate,
A lot of traditional martial arts do their competitions like this. Sanda does it, Kung Fu does it, right? Like the rolling fists on the way in there. Bunch
Dude,
of
this guy's
feints.
huge. That guy is just. He looks so much bigger than
Yeah,
everyone.
there's no weight classes in this. Darn it. What? He threw a glove at him?
No respect.
Dang. Yeah, he's got him by the shirt there.
It looked like they were literally like merry-go-rounding right there.
Yeah.
Ooh, off
But-
the stage.
Okinawan karate is the one that was more or less brought to the States originally, right? Because after World War II, the States had tons of bases all around Japan, like That was like part of the deal. It was just like, okay, if you're gonna, not fight with us anymore, then you gotta like let us stick around and make sure like nothing goes wrong again, type thing. So like America has a huge influence on like what the culture of Japan has become now in a lot of ways, but also like in terms of martial arts, when all these like Americans were staying on the bases, like that's most of them were in Okinawa, or a huge portion of them were in Okinawa, and yeah, like even with Mark,
Sensei Mark.
Sensei Mark, he was stationed in Okinawa.
Yeah, I remember that. He brought in the book of photos. It was so cool.
Yeah, seeing all those retro photos. Find that shit so interesting. I love seeing it.
Yeah. No, for sure. For sure.
But yeah, so that's like I'm pretty sure like Okinawan karate, this style of karate was the one, and that's why there's so many Americans in this tournament too, right? It was the one that was brought back to the States by like all of these army men or whatever. Guys stationed
These
out there.
army men.
What do you call them?
Veterans?
Well, now they are, but then
Oh.
army men.
Army men.
Cadets.
Cadets? Yeah, I guess. Military men.
Military men. Army men.
Yeah.
I don't know. It doesn't sound right when you say it like that.
Army men?
Bunch of army men.
Well, well, yeah, I guess. I don't know. I should know.
Yeah.
Why you? You aren't the only one in this mess.
Come on. But yeah, so they brought it back, and then that's what like it's so
Soldiers.
interesting. Yeah, the soldiers.
That's one of the troops.
Bunch of soldier army men. It's weird.
the
Brain.
fuck?
Yeah, I got brain farted there. I'm like, what the fuck are those guys?
Those dudes, the guns, and the
Yeah, and they
super
wear
sick
green.
hats.
They're all in green. But when they brought it back, yeah, like that, it branched off into like all of like the American styles of karate that we know now. And like when you look at, we'll probably do an episode in the future specifically on like American karate, and it's going to be so interesting to see the contrast between the two of like where the branch of it went off. Like even last night when I was talking with this guy who was like an older guy who does karate, all these different karates and stuff. And it's so funny to see the way that they try to do like similar to Mark, but like less fun and just like.
Well, and again, like I said, like Sensei Mark at least loves modern martial arts and MMA.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's like he can appreciate what, and even when he's showing us stuff, it's like crazy chained together, like shit
Yeah.
that's like nuts. But even then, he's like, this would work in MMA, but he's not
Yeah, everything
completely
else.
delusional as to what would actually work in MMA.
No, not at all. Like, it's funny. Like, I'm telling this guy, I'm like, yeah, if I was in a self-defense situation, I just hit him with a jab right to the nose. It was the first thing I would do if I had to defend myself. Just a jab straight down the pipe. Foolproof. And then all he has to say is just like, but what if you hit his teeth? And I'm like, okay, yeah, I guess. But, like, at the same time, you know, I've been trained enough, and it'd be harder to hit somebody in the teeth, I think, than just punch them anywhere else in their face. And also, it's self-defense. Like, you're fucking worrying about that right then?
Yeah, no, it's got to be a knee-jerk reaction,
Yeah.
right?
Just
and
fucking
like,
snap it in their nose.
no, for sure. No, I know. And yeah, I'm trying to even think. Unless they're like super tall and you're punching up.
Yeah,
but
and this guy's, like, quite short.
Yeah.
And he was telling me, like, you need to strike him in the throat. And I'm like, it would be so much harder to try to punch someone in the throat.
and not hit their teeth.
And not hit their teeth
Yeah.
than to just punch them right in their face.
Yeah.
Because what do people do who don't know anything as they're getting punched, right? They kind of like lean their face back, I guess, which maybe opens like this up more and makes the teeth a little bit more available to punch. But still, it's like we've watched a lot of street fights. It
Yeah.
doesn't seem like anybody's sticking it in each other's mouths. They usually put their heads down and start doing this.
No,
once the
for
fight
sure.
starts.
Yeah, no, for sure. I don't know. Yeah, that is weird. Because I like when you were saying that too, I was trying to think of like all of the videos we've watched, and
Yeah.
I've never really seen like teeth being an issue.
No.
Nor like if a guy like especially like the self-defense situation's probably going to be would be different between like me and you, right? Like
Yeah.
the scenario. But it's like I don't really know a guy, like I just don't see like a guy coming at you like this even like with his head like shirt back or like, you know what I mean? Guys, like if you're in that situation, they're gonna be kind of like in your face. You know what I mean?
No, totally.
And I feel like that's I don't know unless they're running at you, but
Yeah, I don't like just
that doesn't make
thinking,
any
and
sense.
then like the way that he was describing it is like you do like a knee stomp with your rear leg to their like
Buckle the knee,
buckle the knee,
gouge the
know,
eye,
and
tiger
then it's all
claw.
of like yeah, exactly, defang the serpent, which I think is like that's another like really common thing that I see from like North American guys who have had a lot of experience in like traditional martial arts. They talk about like striking limbs.
Yeah.
In that moment, for the love of God, why would you choose out of anywhere to punch be somebody's bicep?
Yeah,
Why
you
would
do
it
hear
be
that all the
someone's
time.
fucking forearm?
Well, and it's just like, dude, again, like in a self-defense situation, like when would that ever work unless the person's just being like a dead fish,
Yeah.
or like, you know what I mean, not being threatening.
Yeah.
That's like if I'm able to break your arm as you're coming at me, like then I'm probably being a dickhead, or you're
Yeah.
completely out to lunch.
Yeah, no,
You know?
totally.
It's like you know what I mean, or like 1,000 years old. Like I don't
Yeah.
understand.
Or like he's talking about like gouging the eyes out and stuff, and like where you stick your fingers to like get in somebody's eyes. It's just like if you're already at the moment of like sticking your thumb into somebody's eyes, so much has already happened that you're like literally grabbing this guy and like putting your fingers into his eyes. Like I guess that's life or death, but fuck, I don't need to drill that.
Yeah, no, 100%.
When that's gonna happen, I'm just sticking the thumb in, and who the fuck knows what's happening next? You know?
Yeah, well, that would like be your last resort.
Totally.
Again, like as a woman, I could have like the only time I could like really think that would be is like if someone's on top of you, like trying to choke you, or you know what I mean.
Literally,
and that makes
right?
sense. But it would have to be such a close.
Drilling it from standing up, like we're both still on our feet, and I got you fucking both my thumbs in your eyes.
It's like yeah, how's that gonna look when the cops show up?
Oh
you
my
just
God.
gouged a man's eyes out standing up.
Yeah, it's just like I was just defending myself. He's like, buddy, I think you did, and then some.
Yeah, dude, you finished it out. Dude.
And then the people telling him afterwards, yeah, he hit him with like 15 strikes, kicked him in the groin, buckled his knee, shattered both of his hands, and then he gouged his eyes out because he threw a hook at him in a drunk fight. And this guy's telling me a story. Oh my God, so funny.
Put a fork in him.
Literally,
He's done.
fuck. But he's telling me this story. Yeah, he's just like, yeah, I had a whole bunch of buddies that were like bouncers, and this one like time, the bouncer apparently got like hit bottled, and it cut his face open, so he got cut like this, and then he he tells the story. He's like, yeah, so he grabbed his throat with like both hands, and he knocked him to the ground, and he stomped on both of his hands and said that he broke both of his hands on this guy, stood him up, started to gouge his eyes out, and then they kind of like stopped him from doing that, but then he just continued to just pummel this guy into the like a brick wall.
Who did this?
This was a guy that he was telling a story about, and then he finishes the story, and he's just like, "But he was bipolar." So I was like, "Oh, you guys taught a bipolar person how to gouge someone's eyes out?"
Yeah, an unmedicated. Yeah.
Yeah, literally. I was listening to the story. I'm like, "Whoa,
Yeah.
that's not cool."
No. Oh my God. No, and like that's the thing. It's just like, I would not want to be in a like in a gym where people just aren't like that's just not a safe space to be in if that's what you're learning and what you're being told to do, and then
Yeah.
people that just like like that would be insane if
Honestly.
someone we knew did that to someone.
Yeah. No, it'd be completely insane.
Like,
It'd
are
be
you in Hostel, bro?
Yeah.
Like that's some jigsaw shit,
No,
dude.
seriously though.
I don't know.
No, people are fucking, I don't know, the type of shit that they teach. And this is actually sort of similar to what, again, going back to what we're talking about. The Goju-Ryu guys, like in the Unuchi-Ryu? How the fuck you say it? I don't know. Anyways, those guys, apparently, like I was just watching this one video, this guy closed his gym for 10 years and stopped teaching because one of his students accidentally killed another person while defending himself. So he stopped. So I think right there is like, okay, he's teaching like real self-defense, but at least he has like enough respect to be like, yeah, you're not gonna hopefully use this to ever kill somebody.
Yeah.
You know, you're not gonna rip somebody's ears off the side of their head. Another one he showed me. Watch this, guys.
Don't rip my ears off.
Give me your free hand. Like he said, do this and rip it apart and split the fingers. Split the fingers of the hand, grabbing that side, and just splitting their hand. And if again you're at that point, you got two hands on him, you could have just punched him in the face. Moral of the story, just throw a fucking jab. Learn a jab.
Just, learn how to punch in the face.
Learn one good punch. The only punch you'll ever need to know your entire life is a fucking jab.
Learn how to punch. Learn how to take a punch.
If you're not willing to commit your life to learning like MMA, kickboxing, and like real fighting, then just learn a jab.
Yeah.
You're golden.
Yeah.
Anyways, that's my rant. Let's look at some sick body conditioning. So you guys got this video here.
Oh, yeah. This is a sick vid. This is some training footage.
Love it. Love the studio, too. The clock in the back. That shit hurts, though.
This is what we covered in my seminar today.
Oh, shit. You got to talk about that, too.
Facts.
Nothing to do with karate. But I actually really enjoy, like, this part I found really interesting because when they were conditioning the low kicks, you know, this must have been something that they added in sort of later in their curriculum. I can only assume because one of the huge issues that karate had once it was like brought to the wider sphere of fighting sport was their legs were getting destroyed with kicks. Ooh, that one sucks.
Yo,
I
that
don't know.
looks
I don't want to get fucking punched like that. I like they're both
fist.
shirtless. Sick.
Oh,
These are real men. Is he gonna get his butt?
he did slap his butt.
Oh,
That looks so painful.
that one looks dangerous. Turn face. Tickle, tickle. This guy's jacked though that he's hitting with the ponytail. Oh god.
Dude, this guy's ponytail's also
Smash.
hilarious. His hairdo is so interesting.
Yeah, the mustache.
I thought he went
He's
like
in great
this.
shape though. He's totally like 90s in shape.
I think this is earlier than the 90s,
Really?
isn't it?
No, this footage, I don't think it would look this good. I think, yeah, maybe late 80s. Maybe.
Dude, that haircut is so funny.
That's pretty awesome.
Just like the fucking, it literally looks like he's got like the, I don't know, like the school, I don't even know what I'm trying to say. He's got a hairdo though.
Hell yeah. So here's one.
Short circuited.
Oh my god. This guy's a fucking badass.
This guy's crazy.
You see this?
Yeah.
You see this video?
Uh-huh.
Oh, awesome.
Is this one of mine?
No.
Oh yeah, no, I watched this. I have another
I like
one of
that
his
little
videos.
bag he's got in the back. All the funky little tools that they got.
Yeah. Oh.
Just goes to town on this rock. Look at the smile he's got on his face. He looks like a sweet man.
Yeah, no, I have another clip in here from him. And he's smiling the whole time as he's fucking people up.
He's
Cute.
He's totally cute. I like that one.
Too much strength.
Yeah. He was showing off a little bit there.
Coulda did it.
Damn. That's a real rock.
His haircut, oh.
Yeah, he's a sweet man.
Damn, oh my god. His fucking forearms? Look at those fucking...
His bones must just be like, oh, like he found that one. It's like, this one's actually my favorite, but I only bring it out on special occasions.
Dude, the wrists on him, dude.
Oh,
What
yeah.
the fuck?
Oh my god. Yeah, he would give you a friggin' smack. I like this angle. Tilted.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he beats the piss out of these rocks. More. He's finding every rock in the
Actually,
building.
how you make sand.
See, I wouldn't believe that they usually do this, like spit on this random pole, if that wasn't like.
Already marked up.
Yeah.
With his fucking blood. I guess what, skin grease over time.
Oh man, just smashing it.
Dude, this, like, oh my god, this part of your hand, that sounds so bad. All of that
pretty
looks
rough.
terrible.
Here, wait. There is
But it reminds.
another one I want to
Wasn't there one about a thumb?
This guy's got a great channel. What's it called? I think it's just called like Okinawan Karate Japan or something. But he's got a really, really cool channel. So this stuff's a little boring at the start. But again, really interesting conditioning stuff. And that's like a huge part of the system that they're constantly trying to condition their bodies with like all these painful, like, I don't even know how to describe that one. Smash, smash, smash. And you just do this over and over again. I like watching them throw low kicks too. Because it's different than the Muay Thai style. It's
Yeah.
not as much commitment. I don't like the way that they drop their hands as much when they do it. Like
Yeah.
both. That's pretty cool.
No, for sure, it is interesting.
It's like slightly different than the way a Muay Thai guy would. Less commitment of the hips, right? Oh, this is brutal. This is why I picked this
This
video.
stuff, like, makes me want to throw up when I see people, like, do it on their toes and shit.
Yeah. They got that wooden dowel. Not a dowel. That's like a real, like, plank
It's like
of
a
wood.
table leg, dude.
Yeah.
The mic. Get the boom on this.
That's so brutal. And then when you get the close-up on his toes, too, does not look comfortable.
No. Oh my god. I'm curious, like, just in general, what their body feels like.
Yeah, look at that toe.
Do his
It's
feet
like crushed.
hurt? You know?
So,
Like, do you think, like, when you're that age and stuff, like, do you think, like, you're just in agonizing pain all the time?
I think he's so used to it, it doesn't even matter.
He's just.
I feel like he's
feels-
just like lives in pain. It's just his life.
Yeah,
but at the
I'm sure
same
he's-
time,
he's felt this for so long, he doesn't know how it feels to
but
not
like
be in
any
pain.
old person when they get to this age, other than one person I've ever met, has like some sort of pain.
Yeah, no, 100%.
Yeah.
Who's the one person?
Fucking Carl. My biker buddy. He's
Facts.
crazy.
Yeah,
But
actually.
he's like the only person, he's just like, I'm the only person I know that doesn't have any back pain, knee pain, elbow pain, shoulder pain.
That's
And
insane.
you look at him and you're like, you sure? Because you're killing me. No. But yeah, I look at him and I'm like, but you should. Why not? I have pain. But yeah, what another really interesting thing, what's my favorite kick? What's the favorite kick that I've been learning?
The Giga?
The Giga.
Or
The
what's it
Giga
actually called? Just a toe kick?
Toe kick.
Oh, the Sukasan?
So yeah, I guess so.
Oh,
Sukasan. But it's a toe kick,
Crazy.
right?
Dude,
This is
imagine
called
if your
Sukasan
toe
for
looked like
toe
that.
kick. Mm.
That shit coming at you. Dude, that's a club, dude. That's
Describe the toe kick to everybody.
that's the most annoying fucking thing in the world, is what it is.
Yeah.
It's the only time our marriage has been on the rocks.
Ooh. She gives it
That's when he
back
gets
to me.
into those kicks.
It's a hard kick to throw.
Oh.
It is not an easy kick to throw. It's a really interesting kick, and it's unique to these Okinawan style of karate.
Yeah.
Right, made famous recently by Giga Chikadze, who really brought it into the UFC. Nobody's really thrown kicks like that before, but he's just bodying guys.
Oh yeah. Well,
One
like you
after the
said,
other.
it's like it's a way to condense just so like the force of a kick into like the exact trigger point.
Yeah,
It's like the equivalent of whenever like one of those like cheese balls is like tss,
Yeah.
It's gonna debilitate you with like a.
Totally though.
It's totally that, but like legit.
No, it's funny whenever you do it to people. And that's when I have like a Sensei Mark moment. You know, I got like I'm a sensei type thing. I'm like, feel this kick, feel this kick. Now feel this kick. And they go, oh, what's that? And then I don't want to like sound all like too or like flowery, eggheady, you know, type about it. You know?
Oh yeah.
I'm like, yeah, that's called a toe kick. You kick with your toes, not your shin. But I've always learned to kick with my shin. That's not how you kick. Shut the fuck up. I'm going to dig my toes under your ribs and we'll see how you like it. And you're seeing that a lot more now. You know,
You've seen it more. I haven't.
different variations of it, but just striking with the toes in more of a snapping kick versus like a push kick, or even like what Anderson Silva made famous, right? The up kick right under, or not up kick, but like a front kick right underneath the chin, which again, scooping up. Right? This is still like it's digging and stabbing into the person.
It's like a spear.
It's a spear.
I don't know. It's just
And it's sharper.
yeah. No, for sure you can snap it out, and again, like you get all that
It's
force,
got depth. It's got penetration, and it fucking hurts.
and it sneaks in like through your guard so much easier.
Yeah.
Like it's so hard to defend because you think you're covering for a round kick, and it like just still like slips
It
in
finds
there.
its way behind the elbow. It's really cool. So like the way that you throw the kick, it has to be out of like a chamber. So that's why again, if you're not like practicing kicks that way, you're not really going to make it work, and just stick to a Muay Thai style roundhouse kick. But it's like a round kick is more of a snappy kick. So you chamber, you snap, you retract, and then you put it back on the ground, right? It's very like poof. Right, I come up with my kick, I explode into it, bring it back, and then I put it down. So you do that, but instead of like imagining if this was my foot coming up, boom, right? I would turn it, so boom, I hit with my toes like that. I just hurt my shoulder.
God, change this
Car.
pic, bro. I don't
No,
want to be
we're
looking at this
showing off.
damn foot anymore.
Look, okay, look at this
Fucking
sweet
lobster
face.
foot.
Yeah, that thing is not hot. But it's...
Oh,
should we stop there?
Anti-hot. No, we're gonna get fucking
Oh.
claimed.
Just swollen. The shape of my hand looks wrong, but it's still okay for me. Yeah, don't look
Ow.
right, buddy. But
Ow.
we ain't gonna stop you.
Yeah, fuck. Well, we can't.
No.
You'll
God,
split your skull, dude.
no. Damn right.
Oh
Oh,
man,
it's cool though. It's really, really cool. I love that conditioning shit that they do. They just smash their bodies. They really toughen up. It's pretty sick.
yeah, man.
Mm.
Yeah, man. Speaking of conditioning, I was at a seminar today,
Oh,
guys.
yeah, talk about it.
Yeah,
Tell us about
for
it.
Christmas, Connor got me what do you call it? Admission to a seminar with Phil
Who's
DeRue.
the best husband ever?
Yeah, so that was super sick. If you guys don't know who that is, Phil DeRue, he's like one of the best MMA conditioning striking coaches in the game right now.
Yeah.
Dustin Poirier, a whole bunch of guys.
Strength and conditioning.
Yeah. And no, and I would definitely just check out his channel and whatnot because
Yeah.
he puts a lot of like really good shit out there for free.
DURU. You just look that up, you'll find him.
I think it's DARU.
DARU. I spell it DUARW
Wow.
with an extra R at the end.
But no, it was super cool getting to check that out.
Is it
and
Daru?
today, I'm so low energy right now, guys. I apologize, but had a long night and an early morning, and I thought it was going to be a super chill day, and it just turned out it was like immediately right into working out.
Well, it was super cool. She got a 1.5-day seminar where
Yeah.
they did like a lot of like technical sort of jargon the first day.
Well, and that's what I expected the rest of today to be. So, it started all with like a lot of like theory and stuff, and a lot of stuff that kind of like definitely just went over my head as far as like some of the science part
Like
of
everybody,
things.
by the sounds of it.
But like actually like applying other stuff, like when we got into the mobility and we got into like the lifting, and today we did a whole bunch of like dynamic movements, dynamic warm up, agility. Dude, I was dying.
Yeah,
It was so slow.
I can imagine.
I'm like this sleepy. I'm like, God damn it, of course it's gonna be a speed day.
Just
Which again is like
sprinting.
my worst part of my like my worst piece.
Yeah. Well, he told some really cool stories because he's Dustin Poirier's main trainer. He was Joanna Jędrzejczyk's main trainer. Tyron Woodley for a long time. Edson Barboza, I know he's done
Yeah.
work with. So like really like a
Aldo.
lot. Aldo, like a really a
I believe
lot of the
so.
best. Like literally, well, definitely the best. If you got Aldo, that's the best.
Yeah, dude. And just like the plans that he's making for like his gym down there, like basically making like a super center that has like everything you would ever need in it. Like again, like having like doctors and like people doing blood work, and it's just like a lot of his training, it's like it's so hard to even like comprehend because it's so scientific and to the point, and it's just or,
Yeah.
not to the point but just so like, you know what I
Yeah,
mean,
it's
down to
very
everything
detailed.
that it's just like
super detail oriented.
I don't even know how I could like. There's things that you can't even do because you don't have thousands of dollars and access to people to do blood work and
tests and all this other
so
stuff.
interesting.
Well, he does personality tests on all of his students or I guess people he trains, which I thought was pretty cool. You were telling me about.
Yeah, well, I thought that was interesting too. Like, there's different personality types that like and like how they like get motivated, I guess, and it was interesting to hear him talk about because like he'll put together groups a lot of the time, you know what I mean, than doing just like a shit ton of one-on-one. But he'll like depending on what I mean situations, but like he was saying like okay, like depending on the personality types and what complements the other or would like what do you call it motivate the other personality types, I guess.
Yeah.
That's how he kind of puts groups together, and I thought that was kind of
Cool.
interesting.
Yeah. And some of the stories about Dustin, I think people would like to hear that type of stuff. That's
Yeah,
cool.
no, it was lots of stuff about like just his training and just like
Where he started at, I thought was pretty cool.
yeah, well, like what Drew said was like yeah, Dustin like when he first came like started training with him, he would I think he said he could only bench like 95 pounds. And he says like honestly though, like with a lot of like fighters and like martial artists, like when they come into the weight room a lot of the time, like they have no idea what they're doing and they are like really weak in their lifts just because they don't know the skill, right? Which that's like obvious,
yeah, well,
but
their main focus should be martial arts before anything else.
yeah.
Right? And you said that they do like 2 structured days of like real fitness a week basically for these guys at the top. And then the
some
rest
and
is
some, right? Like they do a 2-day conjugate, which is interesting, and then like they still do like aerobic training, and you know what I mean. Like there's certain like
But for
things
this
that they do.
strength and conditioning, like real focused work, it's 2 days a week.
Yeah, 2 to 3, but usually 2,
Oh, okay, yeah.
depending on like
Makes
where they're at in their
sense.
camp, right?
Well, that's validating for us because that's exactly how we did it during our camps, right? With that sort of like structured, similar structure, I guess.
Yeah. No, that was like there was a lot of like little things like that. I'm like, oh hell yeah, it's kind of similar to what we do, or at least like the thought was like there, you know.
Totally. Here, let me just double check that like everything's running smooth. Okay, it looks like we're doing good. All right, guys, just got to check. Yeah, that is cool as anything. I would love to go to something like that in the future. At least, like, we got to do a martial arts one.
Oh,
I
totally,
need
yeah.
to do a martial arts one bad. I have to. You got to do it.
I know we haven't been to a seminar in a minute. I mean, you did your like certification not that long ago,
That was
but
pretty cool, yeah.
still a little different. I'm sore, guys. Oh my god.
This sweet man.
He's so cute.
I don't know his smile. I want to learn from him.
It's just funny because he's like a total beast, but like has the kindest eyes.
Yeah.
There's an eye gouge.
Yeah, he did a double ear grab to an eye gouge. What do I know? I don't know. Just, why? Why? I get a throat grab, actually. That kind of makes sense. Like you're trying to push someone off of you. Oh. Yeah, I remember in karate, even when I learned it, that looks hard.
Oh yeah, that reminds me of like what we would do with Derek, like the like grip stuff, like the flipping of the. It's not like that, but like still similar like strength, right?
Dang. Oh, damn. That looked pretty wild. Oh, that small joint manipulation. Not cool.
So cute. He reminds me of Mark.
Yeah, totally. He seems excited. You know, he's happy to see people experience it. Hard not to. When they're like down and excited, all those little pressure point things.
It's like, yeah, Mark was always so funny because it was always like, "Can I show you something?" And then you'd blink and you're on the ground. Or like,
Yeah.
I remember we were all like he was having a conversation with like a few of the guys at the gym, and I kind of came up to like hear what was going on, and he just goes, "Yes, may I?" He like was like this, and I was like, "Yeah, sure." And then he just slapped me in the face. I, like, wait, it was so. May I? I was like, "What?"
Oh, they're doing like with their fingers. That's brutal.
Fuck, do you know what that reminds me of?
What?
That Hungarian dude that used to come in a.
Oh my god, that's so funny. I had to ask that guy I was talking to last night, are you like, I even said it like that. I'm like, are you one of those like thumb guys? Like there was this weird like facet of martial arts where everybody like they're obsessed with making their thumb into a weapon.
Yeah. No, dude.
Get why?
There's this guy, yeah, that used to come into this restaurant I worked at, and he was so fucking annoying. And he would always wear pink glasses. Like,
Yeah, pink glasses.
Silver Fox here.
I
Whoa.
know, right? He's
What
a
the
beautiful
hell?
hair. It looks like it's friggin' dyed blue.
The bone structure.
He's got to give it a little bit more body. He wasn't getting into his legs enough. Slapping this sand pillow. Like the whole room's like, nice. You got it.
Support, man.
You're killing it, fam. You think they all get drinks after?
I don't think this guy ever stops.
Again, like one of my biggest issues when it comes to this style of martial arts is that they do it only choreographed. You know, they learn the motion in like such a stiff and structured way where it always comes at you the exact same way, and you just like build that perfect muscle memory every time.
But again, yeah, when it's just like as if anyone in the street ever moves like this.
And it's like a classic Jim Carrey joke that, you know, he said he learned karate and then they only made him like walk at his partner like doing this, you know.
Like, don't do this.
But it's even like worse than that because they would stand in place and he would go like this and then go to here. And that's the same thing with like the Kempo guys, like all of them. They all do it like, and then their uki just stands there like this while like everything else is happening around them. Like,
Yeah.
what the fuck are you doing? That's so weird.
Yeah.
Apply it.
No, for sure.
Move around and then get him to throw into it. Why not?
Yeah, no, for sure. Application, yo.
Gotta learn
Again,
to apply.
but it applies to like everything, right? Same with striking.
No.
You can be awesome at hitting pads. You can
Where's
be great
the
at hitting
middle
a bag.
ground? Where's
but-
the middle ground? You know, between fighting and then learning the motion.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's interesting.
It would be interesting to see, like, like this style, if people like didn't move so choreographed, if they actually like tried to like spar these motions out and move like normal people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And not. It'd be one thing if it's like points, but it seems like these guys are trying to take this to the street.
Yeah. No, it's fair. And maybe, I don't know, you only need to do it once, but why not, you know, do it in even more realistic way? You've conditioned your body like crazy. Just make it a hair more realistic and like scale that up. I found it interesting that somebody came back to freestyle who was what's the gym that we work at for now. I quit recently, but and we'll talk about that in a second. But he came back from fucking Gordon Ryan's camp.
Oh, who?
I don't know. I can't remember who it was. But somebody came back from Gordon Ryan's camp, and they were talking about, like, the sparring afterwards. And they said, like, almost all of their sparring was positional sparring, which I thought was pretty interesting to hear. I'm like, wow. So they don't just... And a similar issue when it comes to jiu-jitsu, it's no different than the way that they do it here. It's like they don't scale up the technique's intensity and difficulty and then just kind of like jump into sparring, which has kind like there is a little bit more middle ground, I find, where like at least we'll maybe start in the position sometimes, but we should do like so much more of that in so many different scenarios.
Again, hate to go back to it, but wrestling, very good at doing that.
Yep.
Very good at doing it. And very good
Always.
at, like, a lot of it was positional sparring or objective sparring, which I think that might also
Licked
be
my mic.
that might be a good way to. You need to figure it out with the mic, dude.
I know. I just
2 weeks in a row, you got that nasty ass mic from the pawn shop that has a pigeon in it. Tighten it up.
there was a pigeon in the pawn shop this week.
Pigeon pawn shop. Fucking Ming's got an ear of corn he's slurping on. It's
Such a mess.
chaos in there.
Such a fucking mess. I thought it was normal this week. I thought it was just chill, like everybody's just hanging out
Too
watching
quiet.
the game. And I was hearing, whoo, whoo, and I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? I'm like, there is not a pigeon in this pawn shop right now. And of course, I hear the thing fucking slam into the side of the cage. Woo! Maybe I'll put that video in. I got actually. I'll put it in over top of this.
Oh.
But anyways, I filmed it. There's a fucking pigeon in a cage. Like they stole a pigeon off the street. I'd be impressed if it was like a blue jay or I don't know.
Dude, that's their Thanksgiving turkey, dude. Bruh, what the way they're living out there.
It's so wild.
That spot, man.
What a weird
Caged
spot.
windows. Love it.
Oh my god.
Everyone's in a cage at Ming's.
There's yeah, Mings. Get the fuck out of here! What's up, man? You're a mess, dude. Is this karate? You said this karate circus?
It might have been just normal karate and I was high.
Yeah. She told me, she's like, God, you won't believe it. I found a karate circus. I'm like, I don't even understand.
It's kind of a circus.
Is this not Aikido? No. I guess
He's wearing like an Aikido outfit, but no.
Aikido gi. Oh my god, look at him. What is he doing?
He's so strong.
He's
He's
stepping on
breaking
his
this guy's foot.
Oh my god, hilarious. Oh, he's a fucking chi guy. Of course.
I don't know if he's. I think this is the circus.
This is what you labeled as the karate circus. Which very much just looks like any other karate demo. But
Yeah, I saw
Even
this
dumber.
and I thought this was.
that's pretty awesome. That guy's an athlete. To go down like that?
What is happening
I
there?
don't know. The way he
Honestly,
goes down
yeah.
there is pretty good. That's the closest looks to realism. Oh my god.
A second late, bud. Tighten it up.
Yeah, I was gonna say they don't even move the same way. Wait, actually, in that last clip, it's funny because the first time it's like nice, but it's like when the first guy jumps and rolls away, right? Like in this one. So watch the guy in the far. He like jumps and rolls away, and this guy fell over, and he's like, "Oh shit, is that what we're doing?" And then this time he's like, "Oh, now I'll jump and roll away," and then the other guy fell. It's like they did like one of these situations where.
Well,
Which one we doing? Cool.
dude.
Just shoulder checked him. Man, imagine walking by on the sidewalk. and
That's
this
me,
guy-
dude.
This guy's just walking down the street.
That's me. That's gonna be me on the subway going to work tonight. I don't want to work right now.
Some guy's gonna pass by. Poof! He's gonna land on the other side of the tracks.
Yeah.
Jesus!
I'm not going
Is
east.
this Ryerson? This looks like my friggin' school.
I don't know.
Full of
Did they have
Japanese.
karate
I'm like,
circus?
I think this is Ryerson.
Nuh-uh.
I swear to God, that is. It looks like eerily similar to like where we've done stuff before.
Pretty sick.
But imagine you're just walking by this guy and you accidentally nick shoulders with him, and then you just face plant into a potted plant.
He looks pretty wild.
He's a weird dude. He's a little too excited, a little too high on his own
Kill.
supply. You know what I mean?
Kill. Yes.
How do they even start? Like, where do they start by convincing people of this stuff? I'm like pretty sure this is in Toronto.
I don't know. There's writing on the wall there. I couldn't identify.
That would be
what the-
amazing if it was. Well, if this is in Toronto, then we need to go find this guy wherever he is. South Central. I don't know.
Karate Circus, man.
Karate Circus. I think that's what the title of this video is going to be now. Karate Circus. So funny. I think that's all of it. Wait, what's this? Too dangerous. Oh, it's just more conditioning. This guy's pretty cool, though. I've seen a couple of his videos. This is a Kung Fu guy. He's got a Kung Fu outfit on. Kung Fu tee. Why did I pick this video? What are you going to do to him? So dumb. Also, another thing that, we've had issues with when it comes to traditional martial arts is if you just feint them one time, they will throw that hand across the room trying to stop whatever's coming at them, do all the silly shit that's planned, and then by that time you're already landing your real punch. So if you do any feint whatsoever, you're going to 100% land a strike on these guys.
It is weird that they haven't really adopted that.
It's so odd. It's like
considering like that's such a flaw. Well, then again, like just feints in general, not a lot of people really work that as much.
Not thoughtfully.
Yeah.
Not technically.
Yeah.
Not
honestly.
in a real structured way where it's like a part of the curriculum. Not that I've ever seen. I see people like I've seen coaches say, "You got to feint him. You got to feint him." She's like, "Well, there's nothing I've drilled before. I don't even know how to make a feint look like a real feint." But
no, the understanding of like, yeah. No, it's definitely one of those things. It always is just like, it's just like when you go like this.
yeah.
Pretend like you're going to throw a jab and then don't throw a jab.
No, I know.
It's like, okay.
It's hilarious, actually, with Danny, right? Danny's been hitting with the same feint. Actually, everybody now, where, I don't know, maybe I don't expose it. But anyways, it's a hook feint. But, right, they're feinting a hook, and then right out of that, they throw their punch with their free hand. And it's the only one that I've seen consistently, like, freeze people in place.
Yeah.
Where they're frozen, focusing on that hook feint, and then by the time they're even recognizing that the real punch is coming, it's, like, here. So I see, like, I've thrown it on people, and when I get hit with it, too, I almost, like, stop in place, and then the punch just goes... Like, it's so flush with, like, zero reaction. It's almost hilarious.
The other one, is that the one you're talking about? Oh.
Yeah, you go like this, and then you throw your real punch, and the people just freeze in place. They're like,
It's so hard. It's so hard not to look at that hand.
Totally.
You're like, what? And then
boom, you're hit. It was funny. I did it. There's, like, these brand new girls that were in the class on the West End. And with one of them, I did that to her when she was doing a defense drill. This is only, like, her third day of doing this at all. Wait, she did a couple classes with you.
I don't think she did. Her, one of them did, but the friend,
So I did this feint to her, and I threw the punch. And again, she was so distracted. By the time she realized that that wasn't the punch coming at her, it was like right here. And she literally threw her hands and like full out screamed. Like went, ah! When that punch like went boom, and I would never hit her in the face, but I stopped it like an inch from it, and I was like, "Could have got you." And she screamed, and the whole class turned and looked at me and was like, "What?" And I'm like, "Fuck, man."
Yeah, fucking punching chicks in the face.
Yeah. I don't look cool right now.
That's so funny.
It was hilarious.
No, it's hard, man. It is like it's like a jump scare.
Yeah,
sure.
It freezes you in place. You go, "What?"
Fucking Ed's good at doing his feints now
He's
too.
really good
because
at it.
he does like this with his footwork too. He's been doing one thing where he'll like punch, then he'll like feint with it, but he like moves and then he throws.
Yeah.
He's good at the I think it's like the feint crowd. Like
he gives it a super awkward rhythm.
It's so weird.
You're like, where? And then boom, you're hit. And he's good at that one too.
Yeah, he's good.
But every time I throw it at him now, he's fucking laughing when I just throw it because he's like, again.
Oh, God
Why
bless
could I
Ed.
get it?
God bless Ed World Kim.
Ed
Check
World
him out.
Kim.
He's hilarious.
Super funny guy.
He's on.
Very sweet man.
Yeah.
But yeah, just to I guess conclude. So big changes coming in the new year. I quit my job at Freestyle. Announced that to the class on Friday. It was really hard decision to make to leave that gym because I love everybody there and I love the program and it's like the first time it's for me, it's like an organic program that's all my own from the start to finish. Right, finish being the end of this month, where everything that program has been is like my own creation. And seeing people have come in with absolutely nothing and then leaving with a type of skills and movements and understanding of martial arts that they didn't have before has been so gratifying. But it's just time to sort of move on, focus on, more of our own brand and
Yeah.
teaching.
Yeah,
Not
have more time, man. It's hard. Like the commute, living in Toronto is
a big
fucking
part of
hard. It's just,
45
especially,
minutes to go 7 kilometers.
yeah, 45 minutes, and it's just like, when you have to be there for 6:30.
Yep.
It's just like, and you have time. It's like 3 o'clock. You know what I mean? It's just like, man, my whole day's kind of done now.
Mm-hmm. It makes a big difference.
Your day feels like it ends at 3.
Yep. And it's not cheap to get over there.
Yeah.
So, yeah, just made that decision and, very excited for the new year. Yazzie's still going to be teaching a class a week over there, and I'm still going to be doing some of my private training over there.
Yeah.
But in general, it's like going to be moving on and doing more stuff on our side of the city. But super excited about that, and I hope you guys are along for the ride for all of it.
Yeah, guys, super excited. Super excited for 2023.
2023, right around the corner. Again, make sure you like the podcast, you comment on it, hit the bell, subscribe.
Yeah, comment if you have a martial art you would like us to do a research episode on.
Yeah, that'd be pretty
for
cool.
next month.
Nice. Yeah, no, we'd appreciate that. Nice.
Nice.
Good job today, everybody.